another episode of Samara's Kitchen. Today's menu is Mini Cheeseburger Pies. Let's cook. The ingredients that you will need for today's recipe are 1/2 cup of Bisquick, 1 pound of ground beef, 2 eggs, 1 cup of cheddar cheese or any cheese of your choice, half of an onion, and for the toppings I'm using diced tomatoes, diced pickles, lettuce, ketchup, and mustard. To get started, we're going to chop our onion. So we're going to cut it like that. And cut it like that. And you're probably wondering, why am I wearing a glove? It's not because it's cold outside. It's because when you're cutting this, it can't cut through the material as easily. So you can't. So it's harder for you to cut yourself when you're cutting. And it's called No Cry. You can order this on Amazon. And it's probably called No Cry because they don't want you to cry when you cut yourself. Cut it in half, just like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then you want to cut it. Ooh. So now that you've cut back and down this way, we're going to cut down the other way and do our dice cut. Ooh, all over the place. And it's okay if they're not perfect, because I'm sure nobody gets their cuts perfect, even a really famous chef. So now that our onions are nicely chopped, diced, we have our ground beef in here, and we want to add in our onions. We can add our seasonings. You can use any seasonings you like. I'm using adobo, a little bit of that, garlic powder, salt, and a little bit of fresh pepper, ground pepper. Now we're just going to stir this all together. Make sure every bite has all those seasonings in there. So you want to keep on stirring this so that everything gets a nice cook evenly and all those flavors are all throughout. So after your ground beef and onions are cooked, you want to put it in a strainer that is on top of another bowl, and you want to strain out all of the liquid and the grease, so that way your pies aren't liquidy and greasy. That'll be nasty. So now that our ground beef and our onions are draining over here, we're going to get started on our baking mixture. And this will take place of our hamburger rolls that would be in a regular hamburger. And the thing that we forgot to tell you about when we were listing all the ingredients and tools was the milk. We need 1/2 cup of milk. So we're going to add our milk in. 1/2 cup of Bisquick, and 2 eggs. First, I just want to break the yolk. You can just start stirring together, but I want to break the yolk because it's just easier for me to stir it then. So now that our baking mixture is nicely mixed and there's no more clumps, we're gonna add our cheese, our 1 cup of cheese. You can use any cheese you want, one that you think would go with this recipe, and then some Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but this is totally optional. You don't have to use it. I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. And then we're gonna mix this into our ground beef and onions. So now that we have both our baking mixture and our meat mixture ready, we're gonna go on to our muffin tin, and we have the oven preheating at 375. Should probably get a little. And I'm just gonna spray this with non-stick cooking spray, so the mixtures don't stick to it, because then when we try to take it out, it'll stick and it'll fall apart because we're trying to take it out, and that won't be too good. Don't want a clumpy disaster. Now we can start scooping in our mixtures. So first, I'm gonna take just a little bit of our baking mixture, pour in some just to coat the bottom of the tin. Now we can go ahead and add in our meat mixture. So you want to add in enough, but not too much, because you still want to have a little bit of room at the top because the baking mixture will rise. We're ready to put in some more baking mixture. So I'm using these baking spoons to scoop out like for cupcakes. You would use them normally. They're by Wilton, and I really like these because they have this silicone edge, and it's kind of really helpful because it's not all silicone, so it doesn't bend and flop everywhere. So it's really sturdy with the plastic and everything. It's really good at scraping the last little bits because you don't want to waste any of this. Why would you? So now that we have assembled our mixtures together in our muffin tin, we're ready to put it in the oven. And the oven, again, is at 375 degrees. And it goes in for half hour. We're gonna check back in 30 minutes and see how they're doing. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes, and now we can check it with a toothpick. If we poke it in and it comes out clean, then that's when we know it's ready. It's ready. So now we can take these out. Oh. Okay. So to unmold these, we're just gonna go around the little cheeseburger pies with a paring knife, or you can even use the skewer that we use to check to see if these were done or fully cooked. Now we are finally ready to plate. This is the most favorite part about making something, because you get to be so creative with how you plate something, how you plate your dish. So we're going to do and keep your squeeze bottle right in the center. Ready? Down. And then I want to do another one right here, but just a little thing like that, just a little bubble. And then you want to take a spoon, want to insert that right in the middle, put it on an angle, just like that. Kind of like an abstract flower here. There we go. And just fill in that part. Some tomatoes sprinkled around. And again, you don't have to use my presentation. You don't have to use the same toppings. And you can sprinkle some cheese on it if you want. So the reason why I like this dish is because it's basically the same thing as a cheeseburger, but it's done in a more creative way, and it's basically a deconstructed cheeseburger. I have it, my mini cheeseburger pies, and don't forget, a kitchen is for creating. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up down below. Bye.